Hello friends, this is your Jyotirmayi. I'm back with one more video. In this video, we are going to look at forecasting in human resources. The general meaning of forecasting is the estimation or the prediction of the human resource requirement. In the next slide, we will look at the HR forecasting definition. It is the process of estimating the future human resource requirement of the right quality and the right number. We not only need to estimate the right number of people, an organization always desires the highly qualified candidates who have good skills, attitude, and behavior. There are two types of HR forecasting. First one is demand forecasting and the other one is supply forecasting. Demand forecasting is about the right quality and right number of people. Supply forecasting is the estimation of availability of the people. There are different techniques in each forecasting. We are going to look at them in detail. Definition of demand forecasting. It is very much similar to the forecasting definition. It is the process of estimating the quality and quantity of people required for the organization to achieve the goals. The ultimate goal or the ultimate objective of any organization is to achieve the goals. There are 5 techniques in HR demand forecasting. They are managerial judgment, ratio trend analysis, brainstorming, work study technique, and Delphi technique. We are going to see each and every technique in detail. Managerial judgment. It involves 2 types of approach. Under the bottom up approach, line managers or the departmental managers will estimate the human resource requirement and escalate the same to the top management. Under the top-down approach, top management forecasts the human resource requirement for the entire organization. It will be estimated by the top management. The only things that are to be remembered are bottom-up approach and top-down approach. Ratio trend analysis. It is one of the popular and important techniques in the demand forecasting of the human resource requirement. It is basically dependent on a ratio which describes the number of people required to produce certain level of the products. For example, assume that in the next year we should produce 1,40,000 units and we have the past experience that each unit or each worker can produce 200 units. By dividing 1,40,000 units by 200, we will get the 700. 700 numbers or the 700 workers we need to produce 1,40,000 units. This example better describes the ratio trend analysis. The next technique is brainstorming. Brainstorming involves a group of people which basically ranges from 5 to 10. It involves creating thinking. All the participants in the brainstorming session generate different ideas on a specific problem by gathering a list of ideas, as I said, and those ideas must be creative and imaginative. They will obtain a conclusion for a complex problem. The guidelines for participants are they have to generate as many ideas as possible and they should be creative and freewheeling, and each participant should withhold a criticism. They should combine the earlier ideas. Work studies technique is also known as workload analysis. It is basically suitable for the workload which are measurable. It can be simply explained by a problem. In the next year, we need to produce 3 lakh units and each unit requires 2 hours to produce. The total number of hours required is 6 lakh hours. Each employee contributes 1500 units. By dividing the total number of hours by the number of units, we will get the answer as 400. We need 400 workers to produce 3 lakh units. The 2 main data required for this analysis is time required to produce each unit, and the employee's capability or the contribution per each employee. It is the most popular and important method which we should focus. The entire slide says this only. The basic information is time required to produce each unit and the employee's capability. This is all about work study technique. In the next slide we are going to look at a Delphi technique. Delphi technique is the technique which is very similar to the brainstorming. It involves the experts or the manager from the higher authorities. The managers may be from inside or outside the organization, the experts, and the surveys are repeated until the opinion becomes same. The opinion should be similar. They act as intermediaries. They summarize the various responses and report the findings back to the experts. This technique is also being well used by the organization. It is the technique which is present in almost every forecasting. HR supply forecast. Supply forecasting measures the number of people likely to be available from within and outside the organization. It basically estimates the number of people available within and outside the organization after making allowance for absenteeism, internal movements and promotions, wastage and change in hours, and other conditions of work. After all these conditions were removed, we will estimate the availability of the employees inside and outside the organization. The absentees should be removed, the promotions should be removed. After considering all these conditions, we have to estimate the supply forecasting. Supply forecasting can be done through a small formula or a simple formula. Current staffing levels. The present employees working in an organization minus outflows plus inflows gives the supply for the next years. Outflows can be in the form of promotions. Quits. Quits are the voluntary termination from the side of the employees. Termination. Demotion is exactly the opposite word to the promotions. Promotion is from lower level to the top level. Demotion is from top level to the lower level when the employee performance is not good. Retirements, deaths and layoffs are the other sources of outflows. The sources of inflows. How an organization acquire the candidates are transfers, promotions, new hires and recalls. Transfers, promotions, new hires are very much familiar. Recalls are the people who already attended the interview or posted their application for the interview but they are not selected or grabbed the opportunity. They will be called again based on the skills and minimum eligibility criteria. This is the way we forecast the supply or the availability of the employees within and outside the organization. This diagram will give you good representation of the supply forecasting. Thank you.